All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Lifelong Gunner podcast. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and share with a friend. All right, guys, so let's talk about this Orny bomb that just dropped. So apparently, we're most likely going to sign Ezri Konsa. I did a video previously, kind of comparing Konsa players and what the key differences are. What made more sense for Arsenal or what I thought made more sense for Arsenal. Um, but here we are, and it looks like we're signing Konsa. So for the here and now, because we're trying to go back to back, and we're well placed to do that. I think the Arteta probably saw the opportunity to add a player for the here and now, and not something that was, something to build on. The fact of the matter is that Konsa is ready right now. He has all the experience in the world with England and Aston Villa for years. Um, won titles with Aston Villa, and so and he's of the age profile that he's mature enough and well seasoned enough to deal with where Arsenal are right now in terms of their project and wanting to go on and have success right now. The fact of the matter is that William Saliba is not going to be out for the rest of eternity. We expect him to be back probably by the end of November after he gets over his whole back situation that he has going on. And so, maybe what thinking was that Arteta and the team, probably were saying, why buy a Kwanzaa? He's a young man who, when Saliba comes back, Saliba is a sure starter. We don't want to have this young man, kind of halt his progress as a player. Although still think he would have benefited from it because he could still provided cover for Saliba. Saliba could have played less minutes and could save his legs for bigger, more important games, the Champions League and for the crunch runnings during the season. And Kwanzaa would have been able to play, a sufficient amount of games. But they probably were thinking, we have Mosquera already do. So, let us not invest in a young man right now, a young player right now. Let us see if we can cover somebody's season. So here we are. My thinking, and I think the thinking with most of the platforms was that Konsa would have been a better idea for a long-term planning point of view. We thought that he was good enough to play. Now we saw, his performances with England, excluding that red card, which is, that was a moment of madness. Those things are, the things that you have to deal with when you have young players. But similar situation with Mosquera in the Champions League final. You get a little bit of inexperience start to creep in. You get a little bit of irrational, lack of judgment. But he's a good player. But I feel like Arteta and them, and I don't know if I disagree. I mean, you saw that we signed Bruno Guimaraes, similar age profile, and I think that right now guys are just focusing on the right now. We already have a young defender, as I said, with Mosquera. They don't want to further complicate things with a young player because one of them are going to suffer. We see the situation with Waneri right now, and how his game time has been impacted by signing, whether he would have been playing in Odegaard, Mikel Marina, and um, Eze's position, and the fact that he can't get him because these players are right now players, or the Saka Madueke situation on the right wing, he can't get him because those are right now players. So we don't want to add another young player to create another situation like that. It's best to sign a player 28 seasons, as I said before, that will come, and then the next 2 seasons. I don't know how long his contract is going to be. Probably, I don't think probably more than 2, 3 years, or 2 years with an option of furthering it another year. But yeah, but anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Do you think Arsenal is making a big mistake by signing Konsa over Kwanzaa? Or do you think that this is the right thing based on where we are right now in terms of, wanting to go back to back, 2P, 3P, 4P, and building a dynasty? All right, guys. Anyways, thanks for joining me on another episode of Life on Connor Podcast. Peace and love. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, turn on those notices, and share with a friend. And we're out.